care tips with your pal, Flourish Plant Care. Come on in. We're talking all things. Love new products. Come in, friends. Hey, Jay Galantine. Hey, friend. How are ya? How are things on this Thursday morning? Hope everybody is groovy like an old time movie. Happy little Friday, everybody. We've got all exciting things going on over at Flourish Plant Care. We sure do. Do you repeat yourself 2 or 3 times before you move on what's going on? Depends. Depends on what's going on. If I see the questions and things. Really kind of just depends. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We have lots of stuff going on. No, it's like the camera got stuck. I'm sorry. Oh, it happens. Thank you for my coffee this morning. Yeah, it's probably a TikTok glitch because my server wasn't connected right, and so then I was messing with it, so it may have caught it and doop, 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 doop. But is it straight now, or am I still on repeat? It looks like I'm good on my on my other device here, I see. So, hello. Happy little Friday. Yes, thank you, my friend. So, I guess I can spill the beans since Third Eye is here. Hey, Third Eye, did you put water in the coffee pot this morning? I'm just saying, happy little Friday to everybody. I had the pleasure last night of talking with Third Eye late last night and his beautiful, beautiful bride, Nessa. And we are officially conjoined at the hip, shall we say. We are officially conjoined at the hip now. You can now, it is Little Friday. It is Little Friday, also known as Thursday, or for those of you who work the 4th day of the hostage situation. However you want to word it, whatever works for you. Let's get those sprinkles going, my friends. We are way behind this morning. I'm not sure what is going on, but we need some sprinkle dust going on. Yes, we are officially conjoined at the hip. And if you don't know what that means you can now get Flourish stuff from Third Eye, and you can get Third Eye stuff from Flourish. So isn't that amazing? Isn't that exciting? Uber exciting. So it doesn't matter where you are, you can get it. Now your codes will only work if you're using a Flourish code. You have to use it on the Flourish side. For right now, until we get that all worked out. So keep that in mind, okay? But if you're like, I just need to get it, I'll get it. So there you go. Making lives easier, yes. And then on top of all of that, I see some of you super fans took to the interwebs and found some new items that have hit yesterday because I posted about them and I mentioned it. So I'm glad that some of you guys did that. Hi, Evie. Hey, Whiskered Greenhouse and Coco. Thank you all for coming in. Thank you for that daily heart me, my friend. I appreciate you. We need to get this to 10,000 sprinkles, my friends. We are 5 minutes in and we are way behind. I don't know what is going on with my side gig, but it is not happy this morning. It is not happy this morning. It is like, I think it's worn out. I think it says it's bedtime. I'm not sure what's going on. The Noble Canine, welcome in. Speaking of canines, you know, we do a lot of pet-friendly plants here and talk about them and that kind of stuff like that. Now, not only do we have pet-friendly plants, we have some plant-inspired pet clothing for all of you. That happened yesterday too. Thank you for my coffee, friend. Thank you. There we go. I'm not sure what is going on with my side gig, but it is like throwing a temper tantrum over here. I don't know what's going on. All right, let's do. Thank you for your daily, my friend. Thank you. Appreciate you. We are just kind of getting the day started, but welcome to Little Friday, everybody, otherwise known as Thursday or the fourth day of the hostage situation if you have a JOB. Isn't that cute? Isn't that cute? And if you missed the exciting news of the day, it's that Third Eye and Flourish have become one, so to speak. We're now conjoined at the hip. You can get Flourish things from Third Eye, and you can get Third Eye things from Flourish. Yay! That darn cord, I need to move it. I stepped on it. And y'all went flying. Let's see if I can fix that before I do that again. Anybody else get seasick? Sorry. I'll try and fix that. All right. There we go. A temporary fix is in place. So a bunch of new product hit yesterday. Over 45 new items for you all to check out. We discontinued 7 plants out of 1,800. And we added a ton more stuff. So we not only did we add all of the Third Eye stuff, we added some some pet-friendly, plant-inspired clothing for all of your pets. My girls are loving their items, so that's over there. There is brand new pots, since somebody mentioned them yesterday. Those are now available over there, and there's watering cans and repotting mats to get you guys ready for March 8th when you're going to have your repotting bonanza party. And then on top of it, spring is coming, and we have new plant jewelry also over there in a very limited quantity, and Easter stuff listed as well. So spring has sprung. The luck of the Irish is there. Aren't they adorable? These are the tall ones too. These are well over, yes. You need to have a little Shamrock the Block in your plants. Let me just tell you guys how long these are. I think they're a foot long. Oh, they're more than that. They're 14 inches just about. So they are very tall. So they're for your tall kids in your urban jungle. But aren't they adorable? Very, very small quantity. Thank you, Michelle, for your heart me. I appreciate you, my friend. I would not sleep on these. If you are like, ooh, I've got to have, do not sleep on them whatsoever. These should not be slept on. Thank you, Jen. Appreciate you. No, I don't have my own app yet. I am a one-man band, my friend. I spent 6 hours yesterday just putting in new products because the product comes in, I have to inventory it, take pictures of it, write descriptions for it, put it all on the website. Then I had tech issues. Then I had to eat dinner. It's been a little busy of a day. And I'm still not even done. And I'm talking inventory didn't come in like a shoebox size of stuff, like a microwave box of stuff to tell you how much. And it's all individually wrapped. It has to all be opened up and all, you know, gone through and looked at. Hey, Maddie. All the things. And then we got with Third Eye last night. He didn't take no time at all. Got his stuff up there. And it looks lovely, lovely, lovely. So thank you everybody for all your support and love. We keep bringing you more. Yes, good morning everybody. If you're here for plant care tips, we will start on some plants here in just a second, but I was too excited to keep all of that good information to myself. But I'm glad that some of you super fans took my advice and went and shopped, because things that were there yesterday, freshly listed, are already sold out. We have a rainy, gloomy day here in the southeast, but we have plants to brighten our day on this little Friday. So, first things first, we have a beautiful, very tall, filling in lovely pink princess philodendron. She's got some leaves up here that are starting to unfurl. She doesn't have a whole lot of pink in her. She's just kind of got it hidden in spots. Good morning, Ashley. Good morning. Welcome back to the greenhouse, my friend. Hope fan Chloe in the house. Welcome in. Look how tall. The plant is still taller. The plant is still taller than that pick. Once you get it in your soil, it is still tall. And it really doesn't compete with the plant. It just kind of shows it. Gives you a little something to celebrate down in there. So yes. But isn't that cute? Just so you guys can see the whole height on it. So yes, good morning, Jeanette. Good morning. All right, so your pink princess philodendron should be in an indirect view of the sky. It just wants to see a little bit of sky in there. All right, so first things first, get down to its leaf level. What does it see? Does it see a wide view of the sky? Does it see a little bit of sky? Do you have an overhang that's providing that? Do you have a tree? Do you have a building? If it has a wide view, let's move him. Let's start moving him now, okay? We're getting ready for spring and summer. Hey, Natty Nat. Welcome in, my friend. We got our 10,002, y'all, by 10 minutes. So way to recover. So an indirect view of the sky from your leaf's point of view. That is the point of view you want. Not your 5'2", 6'4" height, okay? That is not what you want. You want from the leaf level, all right? So get down low and check it out, all right? That's number one. Number two, they want to be 25% dry in the summer months and 50% dry in the winter months. Summer 25, winter 50. I was like, is that what I said, or did I say it wrong? I had to look. My brain not be braining this morning. So yes, let's have a cup of tea, y'all. I've got a lemongrass tea this morning. It's lovely and it's working wonders for my throat. I had a horrible, horrible cough when I woke up this morning. So we're gonna get our gloves out and we are going to clean this guy up. It's time for its monthly dusting. Good morning, Allison and Becca and the Whiskered Greenhouse and Amanda. Thank you all so much. We have not seen the flash goal yet. It's a bit early, but hopefully it'll come sooner today than it did yesterday. We still have some of these gloves over at Flourish for you guys. spreading zinnia seeds this morning. That's exciting. You need a little bit of excitement, my friend, of the good kind. So good for you. It is raining here. It's raining buckets with this weather forecast. So they want to be outside. They want to play. And I'm not bringing all that mud in the house. So that is where we're at with that. Now, if you have some dust on your plant and you're like, you know what, it's just not coming off, don't use just straight water, okay? You can, but sometimes that leads to a little bit of like mold and mildew coming on it. If you use the Dawn dish soap diluted in a spray bottle, that seems to work a lot better, and it'll help it ward off any pests that you might not be seeing. I think it might be some of the rain affecting the Wi-Fi today. We'll see how it does. It looks like it's holding steady at the moment, but that could be playing a role into it. You gotta remember, I am, 40, 50 feet or so, probably more. All I do is a couple of drops of the Dawn dish soap in the spray bottle, just like I was gonna mix it up to make soap or to make wash dishes, and then add water. It kind of dilutes it all on down on its own. There's no real ratio amount per se. You can't give it too much. It'll be okay. Yes, you could put your plants outside. If it is raining and it is warm above 50 degrees, put your plants outside and allow it to get that rain, allow it to get that wind therapy, and it'll help clean some of that off, dust it off for you, all very naturally. All right, all very, very naturally. So what's the soap to water ratio? It's water in Dawn dish soap, and it's just put in a spray bottle. And you can, just put a couple drips in there and mix it, shake it up, and just let it sit. I mean, you see it's not very, very blue on there at all. And you can just spray it. It helps with pests. It helps with dust. Sometimes you get that little like black, I call it like a mold sometimes appears on your leaves. It'll take that off, and it's not going to do any damage. And it gives them a nice natural shine. Instead of putting like leaf shine or something like that on there, the Dawn dish soap will not destroy the leaf's natural ability to shine. So hopefully that helps you out there. Again, this is a pink princess philodendron. It is very tall. Yours is wonky today. Mine seems to be a pinch wonky, but I think we're gonna do just fine. So it is a pink princess philodendron. She has a lot of babies down here. She's got 1, 2, and a very teeny tiny one tucked in back here, 3. They will probably all get removed at some point, and then oh boy, on a dark desert highway. Yep, I heard you. I heard you. So there you go. Anybody have any questions about the pink princess philodendron? Now this is the one of the smaller ones here in the greenhouse. I have a very, very tall one, but try to resist the urge of unfurling these unless they have really, really been like that for way, way, way too long. Shamama, 400 minutes. Congrats, my friend, and thank you for your daily heart me. If you need to unfurl them, you want to increase the humidity, you can take a wet cloth and rub on it. That will help it out. It'll increase the humidity, or just put it on a humidity tray. But honestly, with summer coming, most of us, our humidity is on the rise anyway. We will get a lot of leaves popping then. So thank you all for coming in and loving up on me. If you are hanging out in the greenhouse, my name is Sarah Lynn, and I own Flourish Plant Care. This is a Pink Princess Philodendron. I give you plant care tips each and every day. I am here Sunday through Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern and can teach you about your indoor houseplants. I don't do outdoor stuff. I don't do the roses. I don't do the fruits and vegetables outside. I do indoor stuff, and that includes I don't do herbs. All right, so if you have questions about those things, let me know. I'll point you in the right direction of people who give planty advice the same way I do. So they just are more in tune with those other items. All right. Also, we have Flourish Plant Care that has a ton of new stuff on it. So get it while the getting's good, my friends. Things will be listed probably every single, well, things are listed every single day. My goal every day is to do 5 items because I'm always adding and adding and adding. And we retired 4 today. We discontinued 4 plants, not coming back, not doing it. And then we added lots of accessories. We added the whole Third Eye Organics inventory collection. We added pet apparel that is plant inspired. Any advice for ivy? Sure, my friend. I want to mention this because it is Invasive Plant Week across the U.S. this week. Be mindful that some types of ivy cannot be planted outside. It is invasive. It will destroy your natural ecosystem, and it can push out those natural native plants. So that's first things first with the ivy. All right, number 2. The second thing is ivy likes to be in direct view of the sky, okay? In direct view meaning it wants to see just a little bit of the sky. It doesn't want to see all the sky, and it can actually handle a whole lot of shade. So it's okay to throw some shade its way. The other thing is you want your ivy to be touch damp in the summer and 25% dry in the winter. Those will definitely help you. Remember, ivy growing in a 2-inch pot is going to be very, very hard in the wintertime for you to keep it warm. So think bigger pot size. Don't buy the little 2-inchers. They will just give you a run for your money that you ain't ready for. Go to the 4, the 6. It should just be a couple of dollars difference when you're looking at them in most locations, okay? So do yourself that little bit of favor and switch it up a little bit, okay? What other information? Is that what you needed, my friend Shamama, for the ivy? Let me know. I know things are wonky this morning with the internet. I see it popping on and off, and I don't know why. I'm looking back here at all my lights, and they seem to be all right, but TikTok seems to be struggling with a connection. So I'm going to move this beauty off the screen, take one last look at her. All right. She is pretty, isn't she? She is gorgeous. Simply gorgeous. All right. Let me grab the next one here. Yesterday we killed a couple but got another one on clearance that I really want to keep alive. Once they go south, they can sometimes be super, super finicky. So keep that in mind, that it might be hard for them to bounce back. Have patience, give them grace, remove that unalived portion so it's not wasting that energy, and then it can focus on the parts that are doing well, and that will help build its confidence and energy all at the same time. Yes, let me get these guys over here before I lose them. I think the little top hat though is my new personal favorite of this collection because I just love that little shamrock up there on the top hat. That is just too cute. And they all have the separator at top, so you could put a little note on there, put their name on there, tell everybody its name is Patrick, whatever. Whatever you want to do with it, but I think they're just adorable. How cute are they, Mary? They came in yesterday and they hit Flourish Plant Care this morning. Very, very limited quantity over there, but there is a ton of spring and pet and Third Eye organic stuff on Flourish's page. What? Now you guys can get everything in one spot, and you can get Flourish stuff over at Third Eyes now. So that's exciting. He has a select amount of plants over there, but it's still gonna come from the Flourish ship house. So yes, exciting, exciting. So we're doing the black gold dance over here now that we have it officially on the page. I did prune and water it. It perked back up. I just wasn't sure how to proceed. You did exactly as you should. And if you just picked it up, make sure you give it a good 2-week isolation period away from the rest of your plants, Shamama, in case there are any pests in there. Spider mites love them. So be mindful and on the lookout for that very fine, fine web. What's the best thing to feed your indoor plants? Well, depends on what you're trying to do. Depends on what you're trying to do. If you're trying to get it to bloom, then I would definitely recommend Third Eye Organics Bloom Tea. If you're wanting it to just flourish and do well, I would definitely recommend that black gold we just spoke of, and that is Third Eye Organics Living Biochar. So yes, you don't even have to go to the TEO anymore. You can just go to the Flourish and get all of that stuff there. Yes, you don't have to go there. You can, but you can do here too. Great day. It is raining there. It is pouring. You guys see that? It is pouring out there. Yeah, it is pouring. But the water you hear running in the background is the waterfall that Killa is overlooking here in the greenhouse. We have a 500-gallon koi pond in here with a small waterfall, and that is what you hear in the back. But every now and then you'll hear the gusts of wind. Thank you for your daily, my friend. I appreciate you. And you will hear the rain hitting the roof because it is a plastic roof. Beautiful morning. You're going to soak in some rays. Thank you so much. Snowing, yuck. Keep that where you are. Thank you for the follow. Stephen, I appreciate that so very much. You know, those follows mean a lot to the live hosts. You got to have those follows. Hey, Chris, welcome in, and thank you for your daily heart me. Daniel, I'm glad you found your way back to the greenhouse. They're actually talking more snow here on Monday. I'm like, has someone bumped their head? Where is Mother Nature's might all? I'm over it. Did no one get my message? I have canceled my subscription to winter. I am ready for spring and summer. Bring it on. So we talked about the whale fin yesterday and we separated one. But we have one that is a permanent resident here in the greenhouse. Here she is, our permanent resident. But look who's popping up. She's got her pup, and her pup is getting big fast. She's getting very big, very fast. And this is the bloodline between the two right now. Move it along with, yes, move it along. Move it along, Winter. Love that. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that cool? So this is Mom. Mom has propagated, at one time I wanted to say 17, but I think she's probably more in like the 20s or 30s of pups at this point. So yes, there's a bunch that grow wild and a lot near my salon. I want to dig them up. I don't know what you're talking about, Portuguese Trish. Sorry. My Deliciosa is putting out a new leaf. That is exciting. Love watching those unfurl. All right. So thank you all for that. Thank you for those populars, Daniel. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So this is a whale fin. Whale fins are the cousin to the snake plant. All right. They're very, very much the same. The only difference is these guys look like a whale fin where the other ones look like snakes. Like this probably could be like 3 snake plants if you were to divide it. It's not, obviously, but I mean, that's how big it is. I want you to realize how big these guys get. And they're supposed to be a single fin by themselves. You can separate them or you can leave them together. Usually they end up bending the pot because their root system is so big. Look how wide that one leaf is. I mean, that is huge. 6 inches wide. She's a big one. Here's a baby. Hang on. Now it's a full family reunion because yesterday we separated one of her babies from this one. Came from this one. She's big. She's still got a little bit of a gangsta lean. We'll get her, straighten her butt out. I mean, we got a full family reunion going on here. This is mom with all of her pups that are still here in the greenhouse, waiting to either go to ship house or go to the markets. So yes, there is plenty of them here. So grab you a whale fin, my friends. You will be very happy. What in the world is going on up there? We have a treasure box up over here. If you guys see that over there, can't even get to it. The whale fin's hogging the screen. That is courtesy of Third Eye. Third Eye, hey, all of you that have been blessing others in our plant community with a Superfan subscription, please, please, please do me a favor. Send me a message and tell me how many. You may have already done it. I wrote it down on something. I can't find it. But I want to give you guys your credit that you get for doing that, all right? Because that's going to be part of our 100 celebration. So please stop and think about it and let me know. I love the different patterns on them. I love the darkness of how some are. I like how some are just different. These guys all want a wide view of the sky, a wide view. But if they don't have a wide view and you give them an indirect view, they will continue to grow. They will just grow slower. You may not see pups as often or as frequently. They want the wide view of the sky. They want to soak in all that sun. These guys are so thick. They can be 100% dry, then water to 100% wet, then let them dry out again. This is all water storage. That is all that is up in there. Completely water storage. If you don't know what the treasure box is, when that timer hits 0, if you're the first person to touch it and you are not a super fan, you are given a 1-month subscription courtesy of Third Eye Organics to the Superfan Club. And we have our next Superfan Live on March 11th. So if you get it today, you'll get in on that. And you get access to all of the new items that hit Flourish Plant Care. You get all the codes. You get to save money, all that kind of stuff, all through there. And you can ask Planty advice anytime you want to via our group chat. And that is fun and exciting because that is like a huge, huge savings on that. All right, so we're going to check all of these. They are beautiful, aren't they? I think they're fun to kind of all put together and let them all kind of like hang out a little bit. This one has 4 in here. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We had this one apart yesterday. It's not big enough yet to be split to the one leaf, but it will be as soon as we see some roots happening. And since we gave it some, hey y'all, Donna Joy, congratulations, my friend, on becoming a super fan. Thank you. And Miss Elizabeth, thank you for, the super fan box, Donna Joe, was sent by Third Eye Organics. Third Eye Organics. All right, let's get my pen out. Get you on the board. Make sure y'all welcome her to the super fan club. Gonna get you up here, my friend. You can't see her right now because the whale fins are hogging the screen. Donna Joy. I got you, my friend. You are on the board. You are official. Yes. So we're going to check these guys before I put them all back to make sure that they don't need any water while they're here. 100% dry. Mary, you sent that one? I thought Third Eye Organics sent that one. Did you guys send 2 of them and I didn't know it? This one still has soil down there, so we're going to let it go. Superfan Chris is tip-tapping out of the room. We're going to pull this one off because this one's still wet. Put him back in the window where he likes to be. The perk of having a whale fin and putting it right in the window is they create an indirect view for the other plants behind it. So if you're like, you know what, I don't know what to do, the gifts come up wrong, yeah. I don't know, but y'all just let me know who did what. Send me a message or put it in the group chat. Either one is fine. This one's still wet from yesterday. So we're going to put him back over here. We're going to check this one here. Because, you know, if I don't move, is one leaf best for those? It's not that it's best. It's typically how they are until they throw a pup. And usually the pup will bend the pot so badly, you'll have to expand them. Like yesterday, we had this one with the one I just took away. If I was to leave them all together because the one is leaning so bad and it was on the edge of the pot, so it was tipping the pot over and pushing the pot out, I would have had to go very, very large in order to center them. All right, so that's mostly the problem with these guys, is they get big and they put off the pups, and the pups usually go to the edge of the pot and they try to lean to get to the sun because that's what they want. And you end up having pots that jump off of shelves or off of tables, and you know, it's a whale catastrophe. Jen, welcome in. We have soil on this one as well, so he is still damp. How tall can they get? I mean, that one there is probably a good 15 inches tall. Can they go outside in the summer? They sure can, but you're going to put them in the shade, all right? The rays outside are different than what your plant is used to inside, all right? TikTok be TikToking today. TikTok got issues. So I'm just going to remind everybody, if you're a super fan and you gifted a super fan account, Luna with 200 days. If you gifted a super fan to someone, make sure you are letting me know in the chat or in a direct message that you gifted one so I can get you the proper credit. Daniel, thank you for putting that down there. I appreciate you, my friend. Appreciate you. Level 21 for Mary and Drummer. Goodness. Boo-boo. Lou and Bobby, thank you for coming in. I appreciate you guys riding in. This is a whale fin. It is a Sansevieria. It is just like a snake plant. Level 23 for Drummer. Congrats, my friend. Thank you for that repost, Bird. I appreciate you. They are just like a snake plant. Ooh, she's serving cake already this morning. Serving cake. What kind of cake flavor have you got for us today, friend? Pamela, thank you for your daily. Yes, we all need to play in the soil together. We do. All right. 100% dry on these guys. Wide view of the sky. Indirect view is fine, just like for the snake plant. They just grow a little slower. And you will notice that the less sun they get, the less water they are going to need. So it looks like TikTok got herself together because you guys are rolling in here like a flood. So these two are actual sisters. They came from the same mother, but look at the patterns on them. Aren't they just amazing? It's amazing what Mother Nature will do. This one's kind of tall and lanky. This one's kind of short and wide. Hey, we all got family members that fit both those descriptions, right? They have the same thing going on in their little family. So yes, one whale fin is typically all you need in a pot. You can have more of them, and that's perfectly fine. The problem with most people with the whale fins is they become tall, and then when you get a pup, it wants to fall over. So that's usually more of the problem for a lot of people and why they separate them to just one pot. Because it just helps them kind of control that tipping that happens a lot. You don't want to put rocks in them. You can put them in a like nice decorative pot. A lot of times that will help them from tipping over. But yeah, all the things right there. Okay. Anybody have any other questions about the whale fin today? Thank you for the meerkat, my friend. You know he's one of my favorites. We still have the gift gallery open if anybody wants to go over there and help out over there. It is Little Friday, also known as Thursday, or if you are in a job, it can be the 4th day of the hostage situation. Welcome to the greenhouse. My name is Sarah Lynn. I own Flourish Plant Care, and I come on here Sunday through Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern. And you're a hostage. Yeah, I feel you, friend. I feel you. I broke out of that situation a year ago. I am here Sunday through Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern till at least 10 a.m. Tomorrow, moderators, please help me in. We're out of here 10 o'clock. I have to go pick up that store that is closing their doors and have to pick up their inventory. All the inventory, or they are going to put it all in the trash. So I have to be out of here at 10 o'clock, and I'm going to do my very best to be on at 8 on the dot or early tomorrow. That is my goal, okay? They're holding it till tomorrow for me. They really wanted me there Tuesday. I said I don't have a truck big enough for all of the stuff. I need to make arrangements. So yes, I do have an assistant tomorrow. Mr. Flourish will be available tomorrow, and that's why I pushed to Friday. All right. So anybody else have questions about the whale fin? What in the world? Mary, what is that on my head? There is a local store that is going out of business, and they contacted me and asked me if I wanted to buy out their inventory. So that's what I'm doing, is I'm picking up all of their inventory tomorrow, Stacy. So the greenhouse is going to go from, I'm going to say it's currently at like 700 plants. We're going to probably hit over 1,000 tomorrow. Yeah, for a very short period of time, we'll hit over 1,000. All of that has to be quarantined first. All of it has to be treated and individually inspected. It is going to be a long process, but it is one that hopefully will get me through the summer with the markets and the ship house. So yes, I'm on fire today. Well, thank you. You have some extra plant space, you know, you're first on my list. Daniel, if you want to swing on through the East Coast, I could, you know, plop some plants on you and you can just take them right on out to our friend Third Eye in Missouri for me. That would be great. Yeah, I got you, friend. You want a variegated mican? I've been doing tons of website maintenance, so we retired and discontinued 5 plants thus far that we will not ever carry again in the greenhouse. Happy Thursday, everybody. You might need to drop by. You let me know, friend. You let me know. I will be in North Carolina next weekend, the 7th of March. The 7th of March, I will be in Raleigh, Durham for the Plant Mania Expo. If you are in the area, come on out and see me. I probably have a shirt on similar to this, and come say hi. Come meet me and Mr. Flourish. Come get your picture taken. We're just going to be milling about, and come say hi. Introduce yourself. Tell me who you are on TikTok, and let's chit chat. Let's just talk. I love to meet you guys. You all know what I look like. I don't know what you guys look like, so come on out and see me. That is next weekend. And then after that, we'll be in, it's North Carolina, then it's South Carolina, then it's Georgia. So that'll take us through June. So it's not all the time. South Carolina, I'm coming to Charleston, South Carolina, April 25th. April 25th, I will be in Charleston at the Big Plant Expo. All right, and then I'm posting month by month on my bio in the content where you can find other things and listing where I will be as well. So you guys can come on out. And then in June, we will be in Lawrenceville, Georgia for the Southeast Plant Expo. Yes. You know, it doesn't help that they keep them all like the same kind of name. And I'm like, I gotta remember all this? What the heck? What plants did I retire? I retired a rare philodendron, who I haven't sold one of them in like 8 months. So we retired them. Trying to think of them all. They're all written down in the house, and I don't have them at the top of my brain right now. They were all very rare plants that nobody's purchasing right now, haven't sold in more than 6 months. So it was time to make room for more. So that's what we did. I can put a list in the Superfan chat for those of you that are interested of the discontinued ones. They have been removed from the store, so they're not even available for you to pick up. They're going to be, I only have like 1 or 2 of each, so they'll go somewhere else. Yeah. So yes. No idea what glitching today. I see. I'm totally Let's see. Looks like we're fixed. We're fixed for the moment. It's not you. I think it's the storm that's rolling through and screwing with my Wi-Fi. I think that is what it is. It looks like we're up and running again. So you guys don't panic. I'm watching all my buttons here. Watching all my lights. Everything looks green at the moment. So we're going to roll with it. We're not going to talk it up. We're not going to talk up trouble, okay, friends? We're not. All right, so anybody else have questions about the whale fin or a snake plant? TT needs some coffee. That is for sure. Yeah, and if TT could like remove the October, November, December junk down in the gift box, that would be great too. I mean, I'm just saying. Yeah, TikTok has pulled a third eye and not put any coffee in the coffee pot and wonders why nothing's brewing. How about a snake plant that looks variegated but is mostly white and gray? Ooh, I'd have to see a picture of that one, my friend. I don't think I've ever, I can't say that. I've even seen a pink one. Thank you, April. Thank you. I forgot I gotta shake my head on that one. Thank you. Thank you. Ooh, yes, yes. I've seen a pink one. And I think it was more sun stressed and not natural, but I think that's what it was. So yes. Moonshine snake plant, those are gorgeous. They have that kind of silvery gray look to them. We're going to talk a lot about snake plants in March, for sure, because we've got a lot of stuff going on with that one. You ever seen? Yep, sure do. And I even have one or two to show you guys, but that is for March. Okay. Right now, the plant of the month, is the fern. The fern is the plant of the month right now for most of our conversations, but doesn't dominate all of them. That's the one that we have on SALE over at Flourish Plant Care for all of you guys. Snake plants must be in right now. They had a ton of them at places I went. Yeah, it seems to be a thing. I was on the phone with some of the people who are big growers like Costa Farms and, you know, those types of things. And they are saying people are going back to the basics. They're going back to the snake plants, the ferns, the philodendrons, the pothos, you know, those types of things. So you're going to see lots of that stuff because that seems to be the trend of where people are going, and they're not doing the rare and variegated thing. They might do a little small variegation, but they're not looking for the Tycons. They're not looking for all of that kind of craziness. The prices have gotten out of control. They're trying to reel that back in, and following the trends are the more simple, basic plants that we've got going on right now. Can't keep ferns alive? Here's the trick. Let's move these two first before I smack them off the table here with my hands. So the trick with ferns is a couple of things. One, majority of them are shade lovers. All right, when you put them outside. Your Boston ferns are shade lovers. Your asparagus ferns are shade lovers. But when you bring them inside, they want to have a wide view of the sky. Why? I don't know, but that is what they want. All right. We even have I had to look up. We even have a Boston fern up there. They like that wide view of the sky when it comes to ferns. They also want to be damp to the touch in the summer months. But in the winter months, which is what we're in right now until March 8th, when we spring ahead on the clock, 25% dry, okay? Keep them 25% dry then. And if you have the leaves on your ferns are starting to kind of get that muted green look to them, that means they have a little bit of a magnesium deficiency. So if you give them a handful of unscented Epsom salt, and I'm talking a very small handful, all right? How big do they grow? Boston ferns, they can get absolutely ginormous. They can get huge. But there's all different types of ferns. So the amount of Epsom salt you give a plant would be about that much per plant, regardless of the size. This will increase their magnesium. Increasing their magnesium will make their fronds greener, which increases their photosynthesis. All right, and now they will give you lots more growth. And who doesn't like a nice green, lushy plant anyway? So let's grab some of the kind of uncommon ferns and let's talk about some of them. Grab a few here that are hanging out with me in the greenhouse. And if you were, oops, Lord, if you are in an area where the temperatures are above 32 degrees, go ahead and get you one, okay? You can put Epsom salt on your fiddle. Absolutely, my friend. Absolutely. As long as it is not producing figs, you can, okay? Oh, all right, so the first one that's hogging up all of the screen and making me look like a meerkat is the bird's nest. This is a bird's nest fern. Very, very large bird's nest fern, but this is like a brand new leaf right here. We have a fiddlehead right here, so that one's coming out. And all you do with your Epsom salt, number unscented, thanks June, unscented Epsom salt, sprinkle it on in there, and then when you water it, it will absorb into the soil and put out really green leaves. This one got a little close to the window, had a little burn. Other than that, she's a beauty. Absolute gorgeous plant, stunning. This is a bird's nest fern. Very lush, very big. She's large and in charge, and she likes to hang out by the pond. Remember, these guys in nature live on the floor of the forest or the tropical jungle. So they want, think about it, it's always mucky and damp. They want to be touch damp in the summer months, and you can let them dry out 25% in the winter months. They will be okay. All right? They want a wide view of the sky in your house. If you take them outside for the summer, put them in the shade. The rays are different outside than inside. So take that into consideration and put them in the shade. All right? So that is your bird's nest fern, very large. She's a couple feet across. But yes, very, very large, very easy to care for. They like mucky soil, not chunky. Potting soil from your Miracle works just fine for these guys. They don't need that chunky soil. They're used to living on the the forest floor, and you know, it kind of gets mucky and a lot of debris and all that kind of stuff. That's what they want, okay? So let me put this one over here because he's just too big to keep on the potting bench. Now the next one is one of my favorites. Is there a reason that you wouldn't clip off the damaged leaves? I don't clip off damaged leaves unless it is 70% damaged or more. If it is 70% or more, because those leaves are still working, all right? They're still pulling energy, still doing all the things. So we want to leave them be. Let them do their work. The next one here, I'm going to do this one. This is a green flame fern. Looks just like flames, if you ask me. Speaking of ocean or water, do you like water plants? I do. And I am just starting to get them ready to go on Flourish. Thank you, Gigi. I appreciate you. I mean, it looks like flames. I think these guys are just amazing. They are another one that stays very tall. They don't spread out really. They just kind of, I mean, look, he's only in a 4-inch pot. We have brand new growth right there, whole new fiddlehead, and they just get big and tall, and they stay close together. They're a tight-knit little family. Biggest problem with tight-knit little families is you gotta get in there and dust them. They have big, beautiful, broad leaves. Keep them clean. Get your microfiber gloves on or your microfiber cloth and get in there and dust them. Very, very easy to do. Check for pests while you do it. I got hair on here. And you're just going to just take a dry glove and dust it. Just dust them off. The more dust you get off of it, the more they can photosynthesize. All right? Easy, easy to do. I just bought one of these. What is it called? I think my plant identifier is wrong. This one is a green flame fern. Now, be mindful. You might look at yours and go, it looks exactly like hers, but your tag on your plant says something different. Some of these plant names that we know them very commonly are copyrighted. So if you propagate it, you can't call it the same thing because it's not the same plant anymore. So, and you can't sell it because it's copyrighted by that company. So you have to be very careful of those types of things as well. All right. But this is a green flame fern. And I love the leaves and how they look like that. You're welcome. So yes. Now if you have a fern and you see little black dots all across the back, it is spores. Leave them there. Make sure they're black, not brown. Brown ones usually are a scale. But if they're black and they're kind of very, very tight-knit, they usually go in a line. Those are spores. And that's how they propagate themselves, is through the spores. All right? They do very, very well for propagation purposes to just be divided because of the spore things. All right. I think at times some people think they have pests, and I'm like, no, don't scrape those off. Those are new plants. Leave them be. Yes. You didn't know that there were spores? Yes, those are spores. Most commonly seen on like Boston's, Kimberly Queen's, the other one is escaping my brain. But they're more of the wild variety that you would see in natural nature, even here in the US. These guys are more tropical-like. You don't see them much at all. All of these ferns, hey Travis, good morning, friend. All of these ferns are on SALE over at Flourish Plant Care. All right, if your temperatures are above 32 degrees, we can ship them to you. If they're less than 32 degrees, we're gonna hold it, and you have to look at your nighttime temperatures. All right, and you need to grab the winter weather protection as well. All right. Now this next one I'm gonna show you is sold out. Sold out, but I want to show you that ferns don't have to be just green. All right, and they don't have to be your Boston ferns. Travis took my advice yesterday and hopped over to the site, and he saw some of the new product. He was so excited for that new product. I'm glad that he did. because he sent me a little message and said, I saw the new product. And I said, ooh, I love it. Tell me what you like. So go over there and check it out. We added 48 items yesterday alone. It took us 6 hours to, I didn't say he got anything. I just said he went over there and saw it. I ain't gonna speak nobody's business, but he was over there and he told me he saw some things and that kind of stuff. I have a fern with spikes on it. I don't know what it is. Send me a picture, Michelle. All right? Yep, send me a picture. This next one, I'm telling you right now, it is sold out over at Flourish Plant Care. This is a fern. Your eyes are not deceiving you. It does look turquoise-like. This is an oil fern. A blue oil fern. Now, how many of you would have thought this was a fern? I'm sure a lot of you didn't know this. But I just love the color in it. I am working hard to get more of the blue oil ferns in. But every time I put them on there, you guys sell them out so fast. But I just want you guys to see that they don't always have to be green. Everyone thinks of a fern and instantly they go, oh, Boston fern. I'm like, no, there's other ferns, my friends. Stop thinking it is only one type of fern. This is a beautiful, beautiful fern. Here is our flash goal. Hallelujah. Pass the ammunition, my friends. All right, 40 people. 40. We got 90. Should be done lickety-split. It is the TikToks. The little ticky-ticky-tocks. Thank you for my cup of coffee, Renee. If you were holding on to that daily heart meat, it's safe to send it in now. Ticky. Thank you all. We got halfway real fast. Thank you all. I'm going to grab one more fern that some of you are going to go, no way that's a fern. No way. And Flavor Creator, tell me your favorite thing you've learned in the 400 minutes you have been with us in the greenhouse. Inquiring minds want to know. Ooh. All right. Next, rare fern. Most people don't even think of them as a fern, but they are. Is this big one right here? This is a staghorn fern. Staghorn fern is what we got. Isn't that gorgeous? This is a staghorn. She is huge. Everything is new to you. That's okay. That's okay. Yes, you have one. You love them. I do too. Has one of these. They're beautiful. They're huge. They can get absolutely ginormous. We still have the flash goal up there. We are sitting at 22 out of 40. We have 90 people in the room. This should be done. April, thank you so much. So yes, if you are lucky to grab one of these, Hope in Future, thank you, friend. I appreciate you so much. If you have one of these, you are going to love them. They're epiphytic. They're just like those phalaenopsis orchids that we see in the grocery stores. All right. They do not need to live in soil. So you can put them on all kinds of things, mount them in things, all that kind of stuff. I got my stag to grow because of your advice. Thank you, Travis. Love it. I want to screenshot that, but I can't. My hands are full holding the sky. So we put him in I didn't put him in here. This was gifted to me by a gentleman who was passing away. He wanted me to have it. He knew no one in his family would take care of it, so he gave it to me. So he put it in this basket. He put a little bit of sphagnum moss down here. and it is growing over the basket. As you turn it here, you can see the shields are covering the basket in parts. Glow level 4, congrats my friend. The green shields are new growth. The brown in the center and the brown all around is old growth. And that's just how they grow. They just grow like this. When do the shields start? They start shortly after they are comfortable. They've got to be happy where they are, and then they start producing the shields. And the shields are natural growth. Do not pull them off. Allow them to do their thing. As you see, the old shield here is covering the basket here. It is on a basket. It does hang outside in the summer here underneath a tree. You can take them out of the dirt and wrap some moss around them if you want, or you can just leave them be. But as they get bigger and as these shields get more and more layers, eventually you can actually, they do come in soil. That is just how they naturally get shipped. So you can take it out of the soil if you want, and you can mount it on something. You can put it in a basket like this guy here. You can do all kinds of things and just let it go. You have to give it a little bit of something to help hold some moisture in, because we're just not, most of us don't keep our houses humid enough for them. So they put a little bit of sphagnum moss on the bottom here, and then they put it down there. So the plant started like in the center here, where all this old shield is. And then it just slowly is putting out new and more growth. Can you prop it? You could. I haven't. So I wouldn't even start to venture on that one. Hey, KJ. But yeah, they're just fun and cool and funky looking. And people forget these are ferns. They are ferns. So they are included in the fern bonanza we got going on right now. This is a staghorn fern. It is huge. All of the brown on here is old growth. You don't pull that off. You allow that to just continue to live as is. You can see here. Here's the brown growth that grew over the basket, and now the green growth is new, and it's just following the old shield. That's all it's doing. And they just put out their little bits of leaves, and every now and then I set him in a bowl of water and let him get wet down here and help him out. The humidity here in my greenhouse stays incredibly high. Don't need a ton of it. They like an indirect view of the sky. If you put them outside, they need to be in the shade. Yep. If you attach it to a tree, you won't get it off the tree. Not without doing major damage to the plant. It'll have to go with it. A lot of people in like Florida, Georgia, Texas even, if they attach it to their house, it's going with the house. If they attach it to a tree in their yard, it's going with, it ain't coming with them. And they get huge. I've seen them like 8 or 9 feet wide and probably just as tall. They get absolutely huge. In nature, in the forests, the tropical rainforests, they are monstrous there. But you can throw banana peels inside here and it will decompose and help the plant. So you can give them a banana peel every now and then. I do once a year with this guy. Now my other one that I have here in the greenhouse, he doesn't get bananas yet. He don't have enough shields to break that potassium down. And that gives them energy. It's like a fertilizer for them. So yes, but you can't even see all of the basket for this. All right, indirect view of the sky, shade if you put it outside. All right, under a tree is very common. But remember, if you attach it to something, it is going to take over that something, and you will not be able to separate the two without doing damage to the plant. Do not take the brown shields off. They stay. That's how they like keep growing. The green will go over. They just keep layering and layering and layering. They're like a banana or an onion. They just keep layering them. So you leave all that brown on there. That is still part of the plant. That is still growth for the plant. All right. Brown is old growth. Green is new growth. All right. Leave him all together. I'm just pulling all the spider webs off of him. Just house spiders. They don't do any damage, but they just annoy me. So yes. All right, so here you go. That is the Staghorn. Any other questions on him? Put them in the chat. Let me put him back where he's hanging. Grab you the next fern. Give me a hot second, getting this next fern down. Sucks being short on one end. All right, so here's your next fern. Most people are like, that's not a fern. I think Boston ferns when I think of ferns. Thank you for your daily Heart Me friend. Thank you, thank you. We still have the flash goal up there. We need 15 more up there. So if you're just popping into the room, if you can help us out with that, that'd be great. This is a heartleaf fern. And they kind of have the sparse leaf thing going on. But they are still a fern. They still have the same care. Got a fiddlehead right here. I don't know how well you guys can see it. But that is a fiddlehead, brand new leaf coming out there. Again, they are 25% dry in the winter and touch damp in the summer. Thank you, Tiffany, for those populars. Thank you, thank you. And Epsom salt, you can give them as well. That will turn those leaves very lushy green because it ups the magnesium in your soil. And increased magnesium makes your plants get greener leaves, which makes them photosynthesize more and will give you more growth. Yes. Grow ostrich ferns in the yard. Ostrich ferns, those are ones we were talking about earlier. They get the spores on the back. Yes. Can give, how often and how long do you soak the Staghorn? In here, because my humidity is so high, he might get soaked maybe once a month. But outside, I kind of let Mother Nature do the thing, or if I'm watering the gardens, I'll hit them with the hose. But they're very, very self-sufficient type of plants. Very self-sufficient. Giggle Fuel, thank you, friend, for coming in. We need 11 more TikToks up there. If you guys can help out with that for the flash goal, I would appreciate that so very much. We have 3 minutes left to finish this up. We have 112 people in the room. This should be easy peasy lemon squeezy. Everybody just give one. That's it. You don't have to do anything else, and then you can go back to just listening. Just give one and you're done. All right, thank you all. Appreciate that. So yes, this is another type of fern. This is the plant of the month. Ferns in general is what it is. Is it true that you can put cinnamon powder once I cut something for propagation? You can, but it must be completely 100% organic or it doesn't work. So yeah, you can, but organic works best. And I get the same results if I just throw a pothos in there. So that's not that big of a deal. We need 4 more Tiki Talks up there. 4 more. Thank you, everybody who has helped out with that flash goal. We're down to under 2 minutes to get 4. Just 4. I would appreciate it if you all can help me out. I need 4 different people who have not gave a TikTok note or a TikTok or whatever you want to call it. We just need 4 of them right up there. So Epsom salt. Some of you guys are asking, can I do that with other plants other than ferns? You can, but don't put it on anything that is carnivorous. Nothing that fruits, flowers, or gives you a vegetable. All right. It'll make the number 1. Number 2, anything that flowers tends to kind of get burned by the Epsom salt. Okay. We need 3 more, my friends, and we have 1 minute left. Succulents and cactuses, yes, you can give it to them. Yes, 3 more. Go ahead and just grab one, y'all. It is easy to do. Hey, Daryl, I see you down there. I see Leanne. I see Shortcake, Janice, Terry, Frederick, Nancy, Sergeant and Rocky, Robert, Flower, Charlyn, Shara. I'm a Sarah Lynn, so that's why that name caught my eye. Christopher Crockett. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for that. We need 1 more. Just 1 more. Who has got 1? If they have already topped with char, will the Epsom be too much? Nope. They do 2 different things. 2 different things. Yep. Absolutely fine to mix together. We need 1 more. 1 more. And the goal ended and we were 1 short. 1 short. Wow! All right. So yeah, the Epsom salt and the biochar are absolutely fine to mix together. Kevin, thank you so much. Yes, so close. Thank you all. Yeah, I can't believe we couldn't get 40 people out of 100. It's a shame. Just all need to work together. Teamwork makes the dream work. Here's that biochar. Go ahead and put it in there. I do 1 tablespoon for every 4 inches. This is a 12-inch pot, so I will give him 3. Now I will water him because I know he's dry. I checked him before I carried him over. That was part of my problem on the other side of the room. But ferns are the plant of the month over at Flourish Plant Care. You can get them and have them ready for summertime to put outside in the shade. All right, shade, loving they are. All right, think about it. In nature, they grow on the forest floor. They're used to that dappled amount of sun coming through, okay? 25%. My soil is way down here. Full, almost full finger down. And now that is where I'm going to start my measurement of 25%, like this top ridge right here. 25 from there would be about that. Hold my stick, push it down until my fingers touch the soil, pull it out. See, no soil on there, just stuff that caught on that tape I've got on here. It is a pretty pot. I love this pot. And did you know that if you buy pots and they have the chain on them and the chain breaks or rusts, you can get these chains in replacements and put them right back on there. So yeah, I turn a lot of pots that weren't made for hanging into hanging pots because of these. I just have to say I cannot watch many people with plants. Not sure why, but you. Oh, thank you, Jaded. Thank you. If you guys could have seen this plant last summer, you would be amazed at the amount of growth we have right now. Hi, Angie. Welcome back to the greenhouse, friend. I'm going to put this one back. Do you have any calla lilies? Any tips? I have rhizomes in a pot. Can I put it outside? Calla lilies are pretty much an outdoor plant to begin with. You can grow them inside. I don't deal much with them, but they are one of my favorites. But I don't keep them in the greenhouse. They attract a funky little bug, and I don't want that bug on my indoor plants. So I just don't mix them in the house. I lop them off and put them in the winter and just cover them with mulch. Oops, just knocked that plant over. Dang nabbit. All right. So there's your tutorial on ferns. Where do you get the chains? Over on the Zon. Yep, over on the Zon, you can get those. I will have them on my page in the coming weeks, but right now you can just get them on the Zon unless you want to wait. The Fun Farmer's Wife, welcome in. I see others on here, but I last like 2 minutes. But here I could watch all day. Aw, thank you. Can't stand having soil on my pants. I don't know why, but that's just one. Under my nails, not a problem. My pants can't handle it. I don't know. So, all right. Who else has questions for me? Drop them in the chat. Make sure you grabbed your daily heart me up at the top. Hey, April, I didn't think I even saw you sneak in the door. Come on in, friend. Let's see. All right. Thank you all for coming in and loving up on me. Hey, G-Ma, how you doing, friend? Just checking on a few things. Okay. Making sure all my bells and whistles are whistling and belling, okay? The rain is still coming down to beat the band out there. It is crazy, crazy, crazy. All right, let's grab another plant. Let's talk about it. What plant would you guys like to talk about, or what plant family? You know, do you want to see a pothos? Do you want to see another philodendron? Do you want to do the monsteras? What are you guys feeling like? You want to do orchids again? Philodendrons. Okay. I'm driving, so I can't respond. It's okay, boss lady. I appreciate you listening in and making a comment whenever you get to a red light. All right. A philodendron. All right. So let me grab. We already did the pink princess, so let me grab another philodendron here. Let me see if I can reach this one. Actually, we'll just take this one. We'll take this big guy right here. This big guy doesn't come on screen very often, if at all, unless I'm passing through the greenhouse, and he often catches a lot of yours eyes. This guy is a Prince of Orange philodendron. He's huge. He lives right by the pond, so many of you have seen them over there. I always get questions about him because he is so big and so pretty. They like an indirect view of the sky. He is huge. I can't even fit them all on my lap. He is huge. Prince of Orange philodendron is what you have here. When the leaves emerge, this is a new leaf, it's got that very pretty orange. And then they turn kind of the rusty color, and then they turn green. So they always kind of are able to give you a little bit of color that you wouldn't expect. All right. They can be propagated if you find a node and you cut so that you have a node. Hi, Barb. Welcome in, friend. We do have them over on Flourish Plant Care for you guys as well. Keep your temperatures in mind, please. All right, so anybody have any questions with these guys? Indirect view of the sky, 25% dry in the summer, 50% dry in the winter is the ticket on these guys. Gonna make sure that they haven't all sold out on me because someone else was looking at them. Oh no, they're not. But I have them considerably marked right now. Can't wait for better weather so you can order it. Yes, yes, yes. And don't forget that if you happen to be picking up your biochar, you can also pick up plants from Flourish over at Third Eye. And you can get Third Eye Organics products now over at Flourish. So yes. Do I have an Imperial Red? I sent him out the door yesterday. Yesterday, I sent my last one out the door. I should have them over in the ship house. Should have them over in the ship house for you. I did not look them up this morning. And I don't know if you guys know this, but there is a way, at least on an Apple phone, that you can put like this live up in the corner and do text messages, search the web, whatever you can do and stay in the live. You won't be able to read the comments, but you'll stay in the live, and that way you just click on it, it makes it bigger. And you know, you can kind of multitask a little bit that way. Yeah, there is a setting that you can do that with. So anybody else have questions about the Philodendron Prince of Orange? I think this guy is just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. This is a Prince of Orange. Orange leaves mean they are new leaves. Green leaves mean they are the oldest leaves. If they're rusty looking, they are moving to green. And I turned it this way because right here, this is a new leaf coming right here. This one just opened this week. What's my favorite Philly? I'm gonna have to say the Billy. I think a Billy Philly is one of my favorites. I think I just like saying the name though too. And again, remember, they have sheathing. That's what makes them a philodendron. So this right here is pulling away. This up here is the leaf. So yeah, I can grab my Billy here in a second. I can grab one of a few. The best one is living over in the plant wall, but I can't grab him. But I have one that's like a step or two away from the potting bench here. All right, so let me put him back and I'll grab the Billy and we can talk about him real quick. Now this Billy, most people don't even notice him in the greenhouse because he's kind of hidden because he lives on a ladder. So all of the philodendrons, you just need to find the node on them. That's how you can propagate them. So this guy lives on a ladder in this cute little pot. It has holes in the bottom. I took a nail and put holes down there. All right. So here's the Billy, and he has given off lots of new growth right here. This is the original leaf, and now he's shooting off all this offspring. Isn't it just adorable? It is kind of like a half pot. Yep. And it sits on a ladder, flips onto a ladder. And there's several pots there. Yeah, different things in them. All the thing. In the future, could you talk about building a greenhouse attached to your home? Pros and cons. Sure. I want to put together a greenhouse exclusive event because it's not one that's going to drive the people in the room. Plant Care drives people in the room. But I can do an exclusive event where you can sign up for it and be a part of that discussion. Absolutely, my friend. No problem. All right, so your nodes on these guys are going to be way down towards the base. That's where you're going to find them. So yeah, I'm going to put that together. It's not on my, I'll be honest, it's not on my radar for this first quarter. First quarter ends at the end of March. It is not on my radar for that right now. It might be more like fall. Okay, so you're looking for those nodes. Remember, they are going to be those little bumps, those little outy belly buttons is kind of what you're looking for there. Yep. So look down there. This one was propagated by division. There were several of them, but I have done them from node. These leaves can get 16 feet long from top to bottom. 16 feet long from top to bottom. My biggest one right now is actually in a store, and it is just huge. Her leaves, I think we measured them the other day. They are measuring at 4.5 feet long a piece. 4.5 a piece. This one's probably pushing a foot. We can check it. We can measure it. So from top to bottom. Yep, she's just about at a foot. She's at 11.5 inches. She's big. Level 4, Miss Anya. Welcome back, Mary. Welcome back. So yes, what does propagating by division mean? It means to just separate them. When they put off pups, just pull them apart and use the pup or use the other half of the plant to just divide them in half. Fell off the porch, did ya? Girl. What am I going to do with you if you fell off the porch? All right. So yeah, that's what that means. Let me see if I can grab one more for you guys. So your Billietae, they are climbers. They will need support. They do have aerial roots. All right, so your Billietae are climbers. They do need trellises. They do need things. This guy was in the plant wall. This guy had attached itself to a whole, to the whole back of the plant wall. I had to just pull it all apart just now. But here you go. Big, big leaves. All right. They need to be climbing something. The more they climb, the more they're attached. This one right here was actually tucked up into a pot above it, holding on for dear life until I just came over and jerked it out of there. Is a Monstera in the Philo fam? Nope, they are in their own family. So yes, this Billy was actually a division of this one. So who do you think's having the better life? The one in the pot or the one that lives in the plant wall? Who do you think's having the better life? The plant wall or the pot? This one definitely has the aerial roots. And the reason I wanted to grab this one is because I don't remember who was saying they didn't know where the nodes are. They both have made it, yes. This one just has more aerial roots. So your nodes are along here. All right, and I have several. I have one here, one over here, and they're just these little tiny bumps right there. That is your node. So if you wanted to, you could propagate this guy right underneath this aerial root, take these two leaves off, and start it over. If it is growing in all directions, stake it wherever those aerial roots are pointing to. So I would put like this one back here because the aerial roots are all coming back here. Okay. I'd allow it to continue to grow that way. If you do a moss pole, remember the moss pole must stay wet in order for it to work. Vicki, you have a great day too. Make sure you get in on the group chat, my friend. I think I sent you an invite, so check your notifications. And if you already took it and I forgot, ignore me. All right, so that's what you're looking at there. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. This is a Billietae. I just love saying the name, Billietae. These are both growing here in the greenhouse. This one's in a pot with a new leaf coming here. This one lives in the plant wall. And all of these were attached to different things over there. All right. So he's quite big. He's probably going to need a repot when we do our repotting. They like an indirect view of the sky. They like to be 25% dry in the winter months. 50% dry in the winter months, 25% dry in the summer months. And I have roots everywhere, so he's definitely going to need a repot. He probably will not be able to live in the plant wall once we repot him, because I can only have this size pots in there. That's it. Anybody else have questions about the Billietae? All right, seeing none, and knowing that we have some people in here who have never seen the plant wall, third eye, contain yourself. I'll switch things around here and get you guys situated. Now, if the internet should drop because of the rain, hang tight. I will make some adjustments, or I'll just come back to the potting bench, okay? So sit tight. If we have some glitches, we'll get them corrected. Ooh. Switch it over here. Makes life easier. All right. We're going to do a couple of things. We're going to put this one back on his ladder. We're going to take the other one with us and put him back in the wall. Take y'all for a little stroll. Put you guys right here. Bet you guys never, you guys have been over here before and probably never noticed this ladder right here. It has some Spanish moss on it. And my Billy. He just lives right there, hanging on that ladder. Yep, so now we'll take this guy over to the wall. I need to turn some grow lights on. I forgot about that, Billy. I got right there. I didn't even have to pull this one out of the wall. Dang, nabbit. That's all right. All right. I'll fix you guys. Give me a sec. Look, see a Billy right here. Forgot all about him. Let me get this guy in the wall. I need both hands, so hold on. And then I'll show you the plant wall. All right, friend. Back over here. There we go. All right. How did I do what? Well, it is a labor of love, this plant wall. It holds about 150 plants. I stopped counting at 150, so there's a little bit more than that in there. But this is my plant wall here in the greenhouse. See how that Billy just really pops in there? I needed some kind of fun plant. Different texture, different leaves. I'm going to flip you guys around. Give me 1 second. All right. So here's the plant wall. It is a grid back there. The pots are attached to the grid. There is a pot inside of a pot, so I can level up the plant without having to reconfigure the space. My husband says the plant wall needs color. I like to remind him that green is a color, my friends. So there's a lot of plants, a lot of vining going on, a lot of stuff. And then that's the established end. Okay. Is that rain you hear? Maybe. I do have rain outside, but I also have a waterfall in here for the 500-gallon koi pond. Oh, this didn't get hung back up. What in the world? You know, I gave Mr. Flourish one job. Lord. All right, I'll have to fix that. And now we're expanding the wall here, so you'll see a lot more of the pots and things as things fill in, whatever. It'll look more lush in a couple of months. I have all the plants hanging above on a ladder. I got plants up on the shelf next to some family heirloom stuff. But yes, we have a whole bunch of plants right here in front of the wall. A lot of these are headed out the door and headed to either the store of the wall. A lot of these are headed out the door and headed to either the store or the market, or the ship. Yeah. Right. I see the internet is glitching a little bit, so I'm going to make my way back towards the potting bench. This one here is always a favorite of everybody's. This is a Hawaiian pothos. It started with 2 leaves a year and a half ago. That's it. 2 leaves a year and a half ago. It is huge. She is on a bamboo trellis. This is proof that if you have a pothos, trellis it up. Allow it to climb, because look at the size of these leaves. They are huge. Absolutely bigger than my hand. Also, I'll go down here because these are the oldest leaves. Look at them way down here. They're huge. So trellis your pothos. Let them live a mullet lifestyle. Let them be a little business in the front and a party down the back. I have a bamboo stake in here, and that is what they're trellised to with planter's tape. I have some stained glass hidden in here too. See, I have plant jewelry, but I really could go up quite a bit more on this trellis. And I probably will. But that bamboo actually came from the altar of my wedding. It was what we got married under. How are the pots attached? They are zip tied on to the grid. Holes put into pots, zip tied on. Yep. So, I mean, we got a lot going on here. Yep. And Mr. Flourish and I have decided that the 40 feet of vine that is above, see, there's that Prince of Orange, that is above the potting bench is, and we're going to do something else. But yes, here's like a view from like the back of the greenhouse. This is pretty much what I look at when I'm talking to y'all. This is off to my left. Lots and lots of plants. And they're getting quite tall. I can't even run my ceiling fan anymore. Gotta fix that. That'll be a summer issue. And then here's the pond that sits directly in front of me when I'm on the potting bench. That's my light. For those of you who want to be live stream hosts, that is the contraption that I think is the best. So yes. Who is in that pot? I know it's not your husband. Yes, it's not my husband. That would be a Green Bay Packer. When I went to, yeah, it is bright. It is over 1,000 foot candles. So you guys can see me. Otherwise, it's very kind of dark in here for camera purposes. Yes, even with my twinkle lights. Yep, another Green Bay Packer. Yep. So yes, when the sun is out, they do get sun pretty much all day. So if I spin, you guys, there, that's my ICU for all of my plants. In the summer months, they sit out there, turn to come into the greenhouse while they're waiting for their 2-week quarantine to end. Turn to come into the greenhouse while they're waiting for their 2-week quarantine to end. There we go. The south wall here in the greenhouse has actual glass windows at the bottom that I'll open so I can let air in and let it circulate. And then the upper portion is the polycarbonate plastic. And then the whole roof is polycarbonate as well. All right. Do you have many anthurium? I have enough. They're not my favorite, but I have enough, yes. All right, so since Third Eye Organics and Flourish Plant Care have joined forces via the interwebs, if you have a code that is for Third Eye stuff, you'll have to go over there to use it. If you have Flourish codes, you'll have to use that over on the Flourish side. But we will have a code that will work on both here shortly. We just don't have it as of today because we just joined forces last night on the interwebs. So everything is there. You guys can shop till you drop on lots of things. I've teamed up with several other people, and that's why I'm able to offer you guys the pet-friendly or the plant-inspired pet. Oh, good gracious, Maybelline. The plant-inspired pet apparel. Lord, my mouth and brain did not want to work on that one. And then we have some new pots over there as well. They're just gorgeous. Many of them are self-watering pots, or they have the removable saucers. Some of the saucers are built right in, but you guys know when you have a saucer on a planter, you can either pour your water straight into the bottom. Okay, you can pour your water right down here, or you can just take your pot and put it in your sink or something and let it soak the water in through the bottom and water your plant. All right, very, very easy to work around that if you're a bottom waterer. Okay, very easy to do. There is, I thought, something really cool over there. It is, and I had to get it in the shop. That was one of my things I had to do before I got to bed last night. Was there is a counter over there, and you can change the numbers on it to count all of your plants for you. So you go through and you count all your plants, and you put it on the little placard, and it says how many plants you have. I just thought it was too cute. Emerald Gal, welcome in. So you guys, check it out. Like I said, we added over 48 items yesterday alone. I'm going to be working on it all day today. The St. Patrick's Day stuff is over there, but it is very, very limited. And this is the tall stuff. There is short ones too. So yes, by all means, make sure you go over there and check it out. and get you some, as they say. Yes, feel free to check it out. And if you guys have questions, there is a chat feature over there, and you can click on it. And if I'm online, which I probably will be, I will be able to chat right back to you and answer any questions or point you in a different direction on things. I cannot do plant consults through the chat, but I can tell you this, that, or the thing. But most of them over there already have all the information there that I would give you anyway. The lighting, the lighting, the watering, you know, all that kind of stuff over there. So, but if you're like, hey, I want to do this, where you have a plant on top and a plant on the bottom, which two can I put together? Yes. Isn't that adorable? Isn't that just a gorgeous? I mean, there's tons of it. And these are just a few of the pieces I brought out. They are tall. They are a foot tall. So think about the plant you want to put them in. Should probably be either tall or, you know, maybe the foliage stops about here so that this just pokes out. These do have the ability to be pulled apart and put like a little sign in there. Maybe you want to say, feed me Seymour, or my name is, or give this as a gift to somebody and put it in a plant for them. And you can say thank you, or, you know, that kind of stuff. So all of that is over there. There are shamrocks. There's even shamrocks that have shamrocks, and they separate as well. So yes, all handmade by another small business, made exclusively for Flourish. You won't find them anywhere else. Not that way. You might find someone who kind of like thinks they're making it the same, but it's not going to be the same, because these are made just for Flourish. So grab them while you can. They are in limited quantities, but I'm listing them as fast as my little fingers can take the pictures, get them in inventory, get them on the list, give them their SKUs, all the things, write the descriptions. It probably takes me per item 20 minutes per item, and I have a microwave box size of inventory that arrived yesterday. I will be busy at this for a while. And now with all of the plants coming in tomorrow from that store that I'm liquidating, I will be posting things for a long time. If Flourish had a fragrance or a scent, what would it be? Earth. Smell like dirt. Wet dirt. I don't know. If I need help, girl, I always need help, but I can't afford to pay anybody. I can barely afford to pay myself. I haven't collected a paycheck yet, but I will one day, and it's gonna be nice. Smells like the first responder candles. Also, Third Eye Organics has these great candles. They are made by the Gilded Banshee. He is a friend of the greenhouse. They are the soy candles, and they have each one of the branches of service. Go over there and grab you a candle. They're nice to give as gifts, especially with the 4th of July coming and Memorial Day and Labor Day. You can give them as gifts, okay? All right, everybody. Thank you all so much for coming in and hanging out with me today. I appreciate it. I hope I answered everybody's questions. And that you all got answers to plants that you didn't know. And I'm going to go back to nice gift to give party ghosts. Exactly. You know, give them a plant and a little candle and maybe a little jewelry or maybe a plant sweater. You know, all that kind of stuff. All works nice. And we even have the plant clothing over there too. So you guys can get you guys some plant lover shirts. Yes, we have all of that as well. And they come in really nice, bright, vibrant colors like this purple here. All right, everybody. Thank you for grabbing your daily heart me's at the top and your engagement or whatever points they're calling them this week. The shirts are made to order. So when you order it, it is made for you. and then ship directly to you after that. So if you order one, they do take a pinch more time. It's not like just sitting on a shelf waiting for you to take it home. It is made to order. I think I'll go do some plant shopping therapy. There you go. Either that or go shopping over at Flourish and just fill the cart up. Load it up. Because then when things go on SALE, you can be like, I want it, I want it, I want it. And then it just goes whoop, right to you. So thank you all for coming in. I enjoyed spending my time with you. It's only 18. That's okay. Make a wish list. Put them on there. Stuff goes, comes all the time. But put you one in the cart. And as soon as you start looking at your temperatures, we got 60s and 70s coming our way in the next 10 days. If I were you, I'd fill my cart and go, okay, this is what I want to spend. This is what I'm getting. Put that winter protection in there. And the minute that 60s, 70s get in your 10-day forecast, hit send. Anything above 32, you just need that winter protection. If it's under 32, we're not going to ship to you. All right? And that has to be your low. Cannot be less than 32. All right? If it's more, we can ship. Grab that. Don't forget, you can grab your Third Eye Organics products as well over at Flourish now, okay? And you can grab your Flourish stuff over at Third Eye. So, yes, my friend. And let's get ready for that planting party, that plant repot party coming up on the 8th. So make sure you have your soil, your additives or amendments. Make sure you have pots, enough pots to go around. You always need more pots than what you think. Start looking at your plants now going, you need a house and you need a house and you need a house, and putting them together or organizing yourself a list of, I need so many 4-inch pots. I need so many 6 inches. I need so many 8 inches. And that way you can spread them out and be a little budget friendly with them. Okay. So keep all of that in mind. I hope all of you have a wonderful, wonderful little Friday. If it is raining where you are or snowing, my cart at the Zon totals 3 million. Holy cow. I think my cart over at Flourish probably is close to that. Probably. Just saying. Yes, repot party. So make sure you have your pots, your soils, all your things. So check all that out and make sure you got everything. And if you need something, it's probably over at Flourish. All right. So everybody have a great and wonderful day. Stay safe, stay warm, be kind to each other, stay healthy, my friends. And above all else, keep flourishing. Till tomorrow, we're back here in the greenhouse. Have a great day. Bye-bye.